All right, so we are here to discuss The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 5, Go-Getters. And we had a nice surprise, or I was surprised because I was completely spoiler-free. So, what do you guys think?
Did you say what do we think?
Yeah.
I had the misfortune of being in the Richonne text. I knew something was coming, so I wasn't 100% surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was completely
It was very lovely,
surprised, but it made me very happy. I'm glad I wasn't surprised because, like, I probably would have passed out. So, yeah, that was a nice, like, even though that was all we got, it was more than enough for me.
Yeah. Like, it makes sense that, like, they weren't the focus, but, like, just having them on screen is so important. And then that scene, like, it conveys so much with something as simple as, like, just a kiss. Like
Yeah.
But when is a kiss not a kiss? There was so much involved in that moment. There's a lot of silent communication that they like to do.
yeah.
And it can be interpreted in so many ways. And I've seen many different interpretations, but I definitely think it was in due part apology and in due part to be safe. On Michonne's part, anyway.
Yeah.
I think what I liked about it is because, like, after last week's episode, I guess there was still some tension between them. And
Okay.
so, like, yeah.
Emmy and some other people sent another link or notification while you were talking, and I went to the notification or the link. Emmy says she needs you to resend it to her.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for interrupting.
That's okay. For some reason, I didn't get any notification. Okay, I sent it to her. Oh, hi, Shar.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. How about you? How are you doing? There seems to be a bit of an echo. Does anyone else have that?
No.
No.
Okay, that's good then.
No.
Like your hair, Shar.
Thank you.
Huh. Okay. Where was I? Oh. What I liked about, well, one of the things I really liked about the kiss was that, like, I guess Rick felt like Michonne was still maybe upset with him. So, but even though he might have felt that, like, he still, like, leaned in to kiss her, and then she was like, no, I'm gonna kiss you. And it just, like, showed so much meaning to their relationship.
Yeah, I think it showed a lot of, like, maturity that, because there is still tension between them, I think, but she wasn't going to let him leave for a few days without, like, saying goodbye, for real. Like, this peck on the cheek is not going to do, sir.
Yeah.
I think that was his way of giving her distance, but changing their relationship at the same time. So he was unsure of how to really proceed in that moment. Like,
Yeah.
if you notice, like the last couple episodes they've been shown together, like, has a hard time looking looking her in the eye, which is very atypical for him and how he relates to her. He was just very unsure, but she gave him the green light, essentially, to be kissed properly.
Yeah, I agree. I think he was definitely. Uh-oh. I hear echo now.
Try again.
I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, I agree, basically.
I agree too.
I can't get in.
There she
You're
is.
here. Nope.
Open.
Yeah, and it just felt like it's felt like they were saying "I love you" no matter what
Mhm.
with this kiss.
It seemed to me like she was saying, "I wish you would leave without kissing me. I wish you would. I wish you tried." And she grabbed his face. It was awesome.
I honestly think he was scared too. Like he didn't know how she would react if he went in for a real kiss. So he's like,
That's why she grabbed his face. She had to go on and let him
and she
know.
needed to. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the hate. I didn't know it was coming until it came. I heard stuff about Carl's kiss, but I didn't hear anything about their kiss. I was very pleasantly surprised.
It's the spoilers utilizing cuts the last week. People were sending me messages about it. There was just no way to avoid it. But hopefully for whatever comes next, it'll be a little bit. Maybe it was a learning curve, for sure. But I think that moment was letting it be her call. I definitely feel great. It was a great amount of respect, and I'm trying to envision that moment had it been Lori, and I'm trying to think. Sometimes it's hard to have old reactions, and he's not dealing with Lori here; he's dealing with Richonne. But I think he proceeded with caution, as if he had been with Lori. A lot of the plays, or most of the plays, up to her, up to Michonne. So that really wasn't surprising to me.
But I think it also relates back to like this is, I guess, his second relationship, really. So I think he was definitely testing the waters, and he was trying to navigate through that.
You're right. That's his second relationship. Those numbers are correct.
Go ahead. To each their own, but
This is second marriage, though.
I mean, obviously Jesse was not one, but I don't know what happened before Lori.
And that's not shade. That's just facts.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, I know nobody in here would say Jesse was a relationship, so it's definitely does.
How much of the conversation have I missed?
Emmy?
Not that much.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Mm-hmm. I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You good. You didn't miss that much. We're still talking about that one scene.
Okay.
What did you think about it?
About what?
The kiss.
Oh, I didn't know that we were. It was amazing. It was everything. I haven't really came back down from Earth yet because I ascended somewhere, I guess. Not heaven, for sure.
Well,
Yeah, because I didn't watch the rest of the episode. I stopped at the kiss, so I don't know what happened after that.
oh, for real?
No, I'm joking.
Actually,
but I did
that's
watch
what
it 20
happened to
times,
me.
so it took me a while to get to the rest of the episode. It took me like 20 repeats, and then I finally was able to move past it.
It was
That's
already they were already doing Talking Dead when I was. Yeah, they were in Talking Dead when I was when Michonne was talking to Carl. That's how far behind I was.
Me too. Exactly. Same
And it
page. Same
reflected
page.
that on Twitter as well because I got tweets like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm still 13 minutes in the episode."
If I would have stopped, I don't think I would have continued with the episode.
Yeah,
So,
basically.
you had to muscle through it.
Well, I analyzed that kiss from all angles. Like I noticed the lighting from the windows, and I wish it did a full body. I wish
Me
it paneled
too.
out a little bit.
I think his hand was on her ass.
I think so. Well, one was on her waist, and the left one was on her.
I wish we'd been able to
But
see it. Just pull out a
I
little
don't know.
bit.
Something was
Definitely
going
close
on.
up for like when she puts her hand on him, but then pull out a little bit so we get the full body.
You were too professional, Emmy. I wasn't analyzing angles. I was too busy watching the kiss, like and screaming and passing out. So I don't know anything about the lighting.
No, it wasn't a matter of analyzing it. I just loved it so much. It was a passionate kiss, and it was like a reassurance kiss, I guess. It was and the fact that he said thank you, I didn't look. It was like, thank you for kissing me like that. Thank you for like making me feel like I'm important despite how everything that's going on around us and in Alexandria. I'm like, it was.
I don't know. I think that thank you was like, thank you for not shutting down on me
Yeah, pretty much.
and being my partner.
Yep.
It was what was interesting to me was that it was definitely in the Milwaukee.
Sorry, Jill, you're
I'm not
breaking
saying
up.
no symbolism. Wait, what?
You're
I hear
breaking
you
up.
when you-
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I liked how in the frame of the shot, the lighting, but off which could be kind of symbolism for for communication. Like that was their moment of communications between them.
It was their moment of communication. Is that what you said?
Yes, I can see that.
The wall frame.
I think
Hey, Jill, can you say that again?
Did we lose Jill? Jill, are you there? Jill.
I'm still here.
It seems like we lost you.
I like Jill's post about Aaron giving them time to have that moment as well.
Oh, wait, can you hear me now? God damn it. Hello?
Yes.
We lost her.
Did anybody?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Jill.
Sorry, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
I was just saying that he is symbolism for communications.
Oh, the walkie-talkie. I was like, what are you talking about?
It's in the frame during like it's like where and the
Can't
lights
hear you.
behind them and
We lost you again, Jill. Sorry.
but it worked. My God. Hold on.
It's okay, Joe. We have days like that. What do you do?
Okay, how about now?
That seems better.
Sorry, my computer's bullshit.
I didn't really. I understood this episode and I understood it, and yet I didn't understand it. I'm sorry.
I had a lot of whys too.
And one of the main thing so Enid is riding. While Jill is coming back, Enid is on her bicycle, and she stops and she looks on the ground. What was she looking at? Like, was
Thank
it like
you. I didn't understand that.
Was that like a pool of blood, or you guys know what part I'm talking about?
Yes.
I thought it was blood.
I did too.
It looked like water, and it wasn't.
But why
moving
would she focus on that?
Exactly, and get
I
off
was
the bike.
expecting, you know how like a ripple effect, like when
Exactly.
something is near and you know the liquid
Exactly.
moves. I was expecting something. So
Exactly.
It made like Jurassic Park.
There was.
But I mean that would be the only reason to explain why she did it. I didn't even understand why she climbed out when she could have walked through the gate. Like, why do you need to climb? Is it like exercise to you? You just need to climb. I mean, no one was going to stop her from leaving, so I didn't understand the whole.
No, actually, I think it would stop people from leaving.
Who?
I guess for their own safety.
Who?
Not Spencer, but other people maybe.
Spencer?
No,
Rick
like
was gone.
Rosita.
Michonne was gone. Who was going to stop her?
I don't think
Rosita.
she knew.
But they
that-
know he was gone.
Please.
Right.
No, they weren't going to
Those
stop that
people
girl.
are so weird.
Well, then how did Carl get a car out?
Exactly.
That was gonna be my question, but
Exactly.
I don't think we're supposed to know.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't understand why she
He
climbed
pulled a
out,
Carol.
why she got off the bike. Those two things did bother me, and I did rewatch it, and I still couldn't understand that. I could not.
And why did
for the
he
life of me?
crash the car? Like,
If you can't
His mama taught him to
exactly.
drive.
That's
I
funny,
guess
but it
so.
made no sense to kill. He had to. I just thought
Has
that
he
was
been
crazy.
learning how to drive? Because he said, I like
Obviously
to.
not, because
Exactly. It was crazy.
that was a mess. And then he
He
had the
did
nerve
the
to roll
one
down the
thing.
window. I'm like, what are you doing, boy?
He's trying to pick up the ladies. Lady.
After
It
you
was
almost killed her.
crazy. It was crazy.
That was a lot.
I think what it was what they call that when that meandering. You did all that just to lose your ride, just to walk, just to find your skates, just to arrive just at the time where
And weren't
stages are
those
leaving.
skates so conveniently their sizes?
And it was 2 pairs of them. 2 pairs.
At
But
first
you
I
know
was like,
what?
what's in this
That
backpack?
looked like a zombie apocalypse first date. What do you?
It was so cute. I didn't even care. I was just like,
It was cute, but 4 skates. It happened to be on the side of the road, and
I don't
both
know.
you
It
guys
was too
see.
stupid for me.
You know what?
That
I
fit them
took it as
perfectly.
a kiss, man. I approve that relationship. I'm okay with it.
Craziness.
Wow.
No,
Crazy.
I'm okay with it. I didn't understand the whole
I didn't either.
I didn't understand why they were comparing his driving to his mother's driving, because we gotta understand that he is impaired.
Oh yeah.
He can only see from one.
well,
They
so
also
But that wasn't fair to Carl at all. At all. I didn't like what Talking Dead did to him like that. I thought that was dirty. You know.
What? Oh.
Oh, what
Lori
did they
had
do on
two
Talking
perfect
Dead? I didn't
good eyes.
watch.
they just said he drove like his
So
mama.
that's
Well,
what they said.
he
I
did.
didn't see like
Right. I'm like, I don't see the problem.
I think considering Carl's probably never had a driving license in his life, and he only has one eye, like I think he did a pretty good job considering.
He made it out
Jill.
there.
No,
It was just he hit the
no.
one
He
thing in
literally
the
broke
empty
apart.
parking lot.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
There's criticism
That was crazy.
anywhere. Judith with Gabriel, number one. Well, I hope she's with somebody. And number two, I think it was pretty fucking stupid. Like, hiding place. Like, what was his plan? Because it's not like if they open up the truck, you can't hop right out. They're going to start unloading the truck.
Exactly.
His whole thing. I mean, Jesus is a ninja, so
I need to talk about that.
Yeah, that was. But at least he had some help. At least he had some help, though. That's a good thing about it.
Fighting.
Wait, what?
The choreography with Jesus. I don't know if it's the choreography, but something just seems so stiff about that.
Yeah. Yes.
My favorite part was when he climbed out of the house.
I know. I was like, what is he doing?
Okay. No, I'm talking about when he was actually out there fighting. And
yeah, the one hit.
They could have done more.
It just looks more
Actually, here's the thing about that was, why did it take them so long to make any actions whatsoever? Like, there's fires burning, the gates are down.
They're the hilltop. They just sort of wing it.
Yeah,
They were hard sleepers, I think. A lot of them were hard sleepers. They didn't know it was.
No, they were looking out windows just like Gregory was.
No, I think they're the kind of do as you're told kind of group. I think
they're under Gregory.
Where was everybody? Like, that place was dead. That didn't make any sense to me. That no one made a move to stop the walkers or put out the fire. Something.
They never had to. Remember, what's his face said that they're the one that always clean out the area.
Fine.
And he was like pretty much a message. Yeah, so it's like they didn't really have to. So I think it's not about established powers. I think they don't know how to defend themselves properly.
I think that establishes why we need Sasha and Maggie there.
Were the Hilltop people locked in their houses? Is that what that was?
I heard that. Yes.
Yeah.
The people that were in the trailers, the people that were in the trailers were locked in. The people that were in Barrington House had free reign, but only 2 of them came out where Maggie instructed them to help with the gate. So you had some people that didn't have access, and everybody else either did move or couldn't move.
Gregory locking people in their trailers so that they can't get out and saying it's for their safety.
Really?
I don't
know. Wait,
was it Gregory or the?
It was the saviors. It was the saviors. Their expectation was, because they knew who they were dealing with, that if they locked them in, they would just be afraid of what the incoming, and then wait on them to come and save the day. Again, we had Sasha and Maggie there, so they were able to take care of it on their own. Which is when I think what's his name, Georgie, flipped it when he was talking to Simon. So
Gregory.
Yeah, Georgie. So.
Oh, okay.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I do it to him like he did to everybody else. His name is Georgie when I'm talking about him. He's Georgie.
Well, you gotta let us know.
Okay, I'm letting you know that's Georgie.
What was that?
Georgie.
I thought I missed something big. I really didn't watch this episode like I thought.
So,
but we did learn a very important thing that probably no one will probably utilize. Negan liked scotch and Simon likes gin. Like, I swear to God, I would have a special batch just for Negan and a special batch just for Simon. Like, I'm still upset that no one is considering poisoning these people. Like,
good idea.
They're gonna take, that's liquor, that's drinks, that's food. I would poison all that fucking shit and just be like, well, I got on the run, so I don't know.
Well,
they have to find the poison, though. They have to find the poison,
and the pigs eat the walkers.
Well, Eugene could fucking make some poison. Like, why are they not utilizing his skills that way? I know
he's fixing
a rat poison or something like.
Yeah,
we saw that in 6 Sense. Go get some rat poison, just put it in the liquor or something. You don't need bullets to kill them. You can kill people lots of many ways.
That's true. Does scotch really taste like what window cleaner and ashtrays? Is that true?
Never licked either one of those. So
no, I don't know. So I was like, oh, that's what it tastes like. Okay.
Simon
probably has.
I think he was just trying to
It wasn't his taste.
disregard scotch.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
actually a pretty good drink.
Oh, okay.
The personal
It's great during the
preferences, for sure.
holidays, especially if you're dealing with 20-something, 30-something degrees weather.
Okay. All right.
I'm not ready for winter, you guys. I just don't freaking like this cold.
Aw, I love it. But it doesn't get that cold, so that's why I love it.
I'm ECA, so my body's very confused right now.
Yeah.
I lived in Chicago for 30 years.
Do you guys think Maggie's gonna keep the baby to term? Because I keep hearing people say we can't have 2 babies on the show.
Oh,
Yes,
people
I
are
know.
stupid. She's not gonna keep that baby if she don't sit her ass down. Like, my God, moving,
Yeah.
sit in your room, read a book,
Sit down.
not out the
down.
window.
And we don't know how she got down from that roof, so she may have jumped down. That's crazy. The man told you to be still.
You know what? I don't know.
I mean, she came in handy, but
I don't know. Of all pregnancy scares that they gave her the worst kind. I mean, they couldn't give her preeclampsia or hypertension. I mean, they're giving her.
They have to explain the cramps though. Does hypertension give you cramps in your stomach though? They have to get something, related to how
hypertension just it spikes up your blood pressure. It spikes it up.
Okay. Does the hyperclampsia make your stomach hurt? That's the whole point. Her stomach was hurting, and she didn't know what was going on.
It just swells up your body, and then it adds on to the whole hypertension, hypertension stuff. It just it's either or both. And
also,
pregnancy,
I didn't like her giving that the watch to Enid. Like, what the fuck? You're about to have Glenn's baby. That's Glenn's watch and your father's watch. Why not keep it for your baby?
To me, it was flip-flopping. Yeah, it was flip-flopping to me because at one point, Glenn made comments in the last season about the people that die are with you, like what they taught you, what you learned with them, the memories you have with them are with you. But then somebody posted that in, I want to say season 1 or 2, he was talking about we bury our dead. So it's like she went on and is going with what the Hilltop does, but that's not what they do. They were burying people at Alexandria. So I didn't understand why she sort of went on to their train of thought like that.
What?
When she's talking to Enid about the watch, and when she's asking Jesus about, why they don't bury their people, it sort of is a flip-flop to me because there is some post I saw where they were saying Glenn was telling someone that we should be burying dead people, not burning them. And then that wasn't her, that was Sasha. But then at the end, when she went back and gave the watch, it was like, why would you not want to mark the grave?
She's saying they didn't need to mark the grave, but they still have a grave.
Yeah, but it's all that is like a call to season 1 and 2, because if you guys remember, they burned the walkers and the people that they didn't know, and they buried their family.
Right.
They buried their dead. So I just felt for her to turn around and give Enid the watch just kind of mess things up.
Or maybe she just didn't think maybe she just didn't trust Georgie not to steal it again or something. I don't know, but it seemed to me like it was sort of.
She didn't hold on to it.
I feel like Enid can give it to the baby though when he's older.
Why not?
I don't know why she would give the watch to Enid though. There's no kind of. They're not, to me. I understand that they were, she stayed at their home and whatnot, and Glenn did as far as he could, try to steer her in the right direction. But that watch is too symbolic to me. I mean, that's Herschel watch, and Herschel gave it to his son-in-law, Glenn, and then in turn, Glenn should give it to his child.
Well, maybe
guess-
Maggie
I
thinks
think-
of Enid as her child.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's like passing down the legacy, and they're choosing to make Enid the first child, I guess.
No.
she
Yeah,
gets
but
to
that
watch.
doesn't
I reject
explain
that.
why she left it on the grave in the first place.
She gets to watch.
No.
What'd you say, Kay?
It doesn't, like, I don't understand why she left it on the grave in the first place.
Yeah, I
Like,
did not get
Right.
that.
I didn't either. Okay, it just seems
I
like
get why she gave it to Enid. I can get that, but I can't get her just leaving it there in the first place.
Decisions.
What was that,
Making
Jill?
skills are very. I said her decision making
Oh, she's
skills
pregnant.
questionable.
Yeah.
hey,
Her hormones are up and down.
don't be blaming baby
Yeah.
brains for Maggie lack of
Yeah.
judgment.
Yeah, baby brain. Yeah.
Until you guys understand,
I can relate. Yeah, I
like
can
to have
relate.
that
That's a good
baby
idea.
brain. Don't use that as an excuse.
Baby brain is a thing.
We have to because of the stuff she's doing.
It is.
Yeah.
You can't use it to say like she wasn't in the right mind, but doing all these crazy judgment calling things. I mean, I don't know.
We have to because of what she did. She gave the watch to this chick she met and gave her pickles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we got to.
No, that's for
What
something else.
Not with the tainted
What is
pickle.
happening? Oh my god.
We have to justify it. So yeah, it's baby brains. I mean, baby head. What do you call it? Baby what?
It's baby.
Oh, brain.
Is Maggie choosing to give a
I
watch?
know where you forget things, you lose your train of thought, you're not sure where you are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This goes all the way back to season 6 when she volunteered to go on that route to kill the saviors, to be lookout or whatever. Capture, like, you need to stay home. If your agenda is to keep this baby, then you're doing way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Stay out of the line of fire.
And it could be a
Sit
problem
down.
if it could be a problem if she's doing that and Sasha's looking after her instead of looking after herself. So she needs to be mindful of that. Everybody's so worried about her and she's just doing stuff that could be considered reckless. It's helpful in some
It is
sense,
reckless.
but
It's insanely reckless. She has a problem. I don't know. She needs to talk to like a psychiatrist or somebody if they got one at Hilltop, but she needs to talk to a professional. Why she keeps positions while she's pregnant? And it's officially a problem pregnancy. Like, it's just gonna get worse.
Fine too.
I don't understand why they did that because she's not going to sit down. So
Exactly.
Especially when she's the leader.
It's weird.
well,
Yeah.
the doctor said that if she's good, I guess for a week or so, then it would be fine. So in theory, maybe.
Yeah, but it hasn't even been a week. She was just
Yeah.
running, and hopping, and jumping off
Driving
things.
trailers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing was that.
And then she punched Gregory. Not that he didn't deserve it, but like I feel like the motion, is just bad. That
Yeah.
with their torso and stuff. Like, no, Sasha could have punched them or
Yeah.
something. Like, just
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
It's like I guess it's a call to arms, I guess, to the comics or something. They've been using that a lot.
Yeah.
But they give her a pregnancy problem in the comics. That's why I'm like, why did y'all add this? That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a good point.
I just have a problem when they I knew something was coming along when I saw it on the story sync, and I was like, oh great, another comic shot is coming up.
You have a problem when they follow the comics?
I have a problem whenever they do that.
I don't.
I do too.
That's what the show's
That's
about.
what they do. That's what they do.
I know it's their MO. I mean, just change it up a little bit. Have her
They
blind
did to their detriment. So
maybe
They changed it up a little bit.
Leaving the office or wherever the room is, and then he will say, "I'll talk to you later, honey." And then she marches up to him and says, "I told you it's this, Maggie Ree," and just sock him in the face. I mean, they could just make it much more interesting than just,
Yeah, they are changing it up because they're changing it up because they had mentioned last season that Negan killed a 16-year-old. I believe Carl is like what, 14 or something? 14 this time. or
Carl's
13 or
28.
something.
Right.
Not real age, story age. I think he's like 13 or 14 or
He is
something. He was
not.
10 when we
I don't
started.
think
In the comics during Negan time, he is 12.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
When he
in the show,
started,
he's
when
like
we started the show, he was like 10, and Judith is like 2. So isn't he like 12 or 13?
Judith is one.
It's like
None
12.
of it makes sense.
So he's even younger.
Carl,
Well,
Carl
if we're
is-
going with these numbers.
no, Carl is
Does
supposed to be
anybody believe Carl is 12? Like, come on.
I understand that, but I'm just
14,
going with the story.
If you're going with the story, he's supposed to be 12.
Okay, so if he's 12,
No,
he's not
No,
going.
he's not 12 in the show.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying if he was 10 when it started, it's only been 2 years technically. He'd be like 12.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
cannot.
12, 13.
No.
So if he's 12 or 13 in the comic, they made a point of saying Negan killed a 16-year-old. So he's not 16, but he's a little bit younger. And then they did send Jesus there with him. So he has a partner in that little excursion they have going toward the hilltop. So they're changing a few things. They had Sasha ask Jesus to follow him, and it was Rick in the comic. So they're doing a few things a little different from the comic. But I'm interested to know, like I think someone already mentioned it, what's going to happen once they actually get to the hilltop, because Carl is
the
sort
sanctuary?
of I'm sorry, the sanctuary, because Carl is really mad, and his aim wasn't that good when he was playing with those darts. So I don't know if he got a shot, if it would even be effective. He could,
Jesus
get one
gonna,
shot and get hurt.
Jesus is gonna ninja his ass out of the truck, and Carl's dumbass is gonna get captured. That's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is what
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Or they can surprise us and do something completely amazing. And
Do you think they're gonna set Daryl free?
I
And,
forgot about him.
and what's his face? Jesus is going to help get Daryl out, and
Okay.
Carl will make it out, and thus he has his situation with Negan. I don't know. Funny.
Okay. Okay.
Did you guys
I
see
can see
episode 7 is called Sing Me a Song?
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
I thought it was gonna be Daryl. I thought it was gonna be Daryl until I saw Carl.
It
in
better
the
not.
Is this a spoiler?
It better
Is this a spoiler?
Yes.
from the comics, yeah.
I don't want to hear about
But you
that.
know what? It may be, they may have Daryl do it since he's already pole dancing and stuff.
Okay.
They may have him sing too.
You don't
But
get
wait,
it.
what episode? I'm sorry. What episode number is this?
7.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Sing me a song.
Yeah.
That sounds
They
like
may have
another
him
nursery
sing
rhyme.
and like pole dance for the Savior. So that may be interesting. That may be a little twist to what they were doing last time in the comic.
I don't know. That's from a nursery rhyme.
It's from the comics.
Yeah, it's from the comic.
Yeah, but that's also from a nursery rhyme too. That's just.
Singing
Isn't
a
it-
song.
Sunshine.
Isn't
that-
Yeah, I think so.
It's like
I don't
It's Oh, the nursery rhyme. It's Unless you guys want to know what it is.
What is it?
Oh,
You mean what
you know,
song they sang?
No, the Sing Me a Song is like a nursery rhyme. It's like it's about pies and blackbirds baking in a pie. It's kind of morbid.
Sing a song of sixpence.
Yes.
I mean, they may use that, but I think in the comic it was "You're My Sunshine" or something about sunshine. So it could be any of those things.
It could mean anything for them folks over there.
It probably is going to be Daryl, and I'm going to shoot my team.
Yeah.
It's all right, Ash. You're among friends.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's just to humiliate them. So yeah, I mean, so
He
it
can't
could
talk.
be.
How can he sing.
I have, you
This
know
is
what? I
true.
have no idea what's going on in the spoiler world. I actually kind of lost interest going on these spoiler feeds I don't mind spoilers, but I love it, but I just don't have the time for it. So if you guys have any spoilers, just let me know.
I don't know spoilers
I,
because they end up in my inbox. So
Oh,
I read the
Someone
spoilers, but I
always
can't
spoils
really
me.
remember them because it's so much. They tell you so much sometimes, and sometimes not enough. But I just know what I think. I don't really know. At some point, Rick gets his gun back because they were showing pictures. I think with his gun, he has his gun back. So
Oh yeah,
I would
isn't that in
imagine Negan's
episode
gonna give
8?
it back to him or something. So Negan's gonna have to give it to him somehow or some way, or he's gonna take it or something. I don't know. But we're coming up to that.
I'm confused about this timeline.
I am too.
I am too. And
well,
especially
it's been
Sasha and Sasha and Maggie. I mean, how long was Maggie out? 2 days, 3 days, a
Yeah,
week?
I think it's the same. I think it's just like in season 6 where they do like a couple episodes with that same timeline where you're not really progressing. You're just catching up with everybody since they're all sectioned off.
But it
So
has
we
to
haven't
be
even gotten
past,
to a week. It hasn't been a week for any of them, not yet.
but it has to be past when Negan came to Alexandria because Carl left. So
But
I
he
guess it's
still
like
came
4
early and
days.
it was under a week. So they all are doing that same thing. Everything that we've seen
I
has
know
been
it's under a
week.
week. I know that, but it's past at last episode, so it's not progressing. It's like probably a day later, the next day after last episode.
Okay.
Okay. So she was out for the night then.
I think somebody said last episode it had been 3 days since episode 1. Is that right?
It could be.
I don't know where they got that.
Carol was out for 2 days, and they just said it was early for when Negan came. And as you said, it was the day after or so when Enid and Carl left.
So we're probably around 3 or 4 days since Glenn died.
But I don't think Maggie's gonna be able to take over the Hilltop until after she has her baby, though. She needs to concentrate on that right now.
At this point,
They're hinting at it, but I don't think she really, I don't think she needs to be doing too much. She needs to, like someone already said, sit down and sort of concentrate on what she's doing.
Make a whole lot of sense. It makes sense for it to be Sasha. Be mobile and overthrow Gregory if necessary. Maggie's not in any real position to do a whole. Well, she should not be. The statement is just that she's ill right now. So if anyone takes over Hilltop, it should be Sasha and Jesus.
I want it to be.
Jesus is her right hand.
I want it to be.
It's not gonna be, but it should be.
Yeah.
Well, they could have played that card because Gregory didn't even know that Sasha didn't live there.
She was.
Oh my gosh, that was so bad. I was like, why is he talking to her like this? He did not even know. Wow.
Can we talk about how Gregory tried to sell them out?
Let's talk about it.
I don't know. Well, I don't understand what his whole plan was, because if they're hiding in your closet, that doesn't make you exempt.
Exactly.
He's a damn fool.
That was that was a concern for me because he said just half, but he could have very well went into his room. But then when I was trying to justify it in my head, I was like, maybe when he was kissing old boy's butt, that was the reward that they would leave his room alone. But how would he know that was his room in the first place? He was just told, he instructed his people just to get half of stuff. So that would mean any room available. So it was a little problem for me. I didn't understand why they did not get caught since they were in the house. And you had so many men in the house searching it.
I guess we weren't even supposed to pay attention to that. I guess.
Well, I didn't, so
Yeah.
I did not think about that.
Yeah.
But they didn't take like their stuff. They just took like their food. What were they taking?
We didn't even see. They didn't go. You know,
They
it
were
wasn't
just
as
teaching them
elaborate,
a
so we don't
lesson.
really know, though. But they were in the house, and he did tell them to check. So it still wouldn't make sense they wouldn't go in his room, and his room would be, you know, a safe place.
But you guys noticed Negan's truck was packed though.
Of
Yeah.
course it was.
That's why I said maybe that was the benefit of him, you know, kissing his tail, that they didn't do what they did for Alexandria. They, you know, gave him a little grace.
Mm.
I don't know. It just seems.
I don't understand the saviors. Like, how often can you take half of people's stuff? Eventually, they're not gonna have
Exactly. And until they don't have half, and then you try to get them killed because they don't have half.
because Alexandria don't
It's
have
weird.
nothing. But
Yeah.
I don't get it. They're dumb.
Yeah. And they took all the guns, so I don't know. It's like they're setting them up for failure.
Yes.
Right. Which, how can they provide for you in that way? Come on, Negan.
But that's why I was happy when I saw him with the gun. So I'm like, I don't know what transpires, but at some point, at least Rick gets his gun. So maybe they did something pleasing to Negan and he gets his gun back, or maybe they gave them some guns back. That would be helpful if they're scavenging and trying to. He has to find something interesting to prevent someone getting killed too. And he's coming back soon instead of staying a week. So they have a real tight timeline and they have to impress him with what they find, but they don't really have a gun to, you know, help them with whatever they're doing. So I guess it's going to be interesting.
If that was me and he's looking for something interesting, I would get him some mattresses and be like, since you was so interested in taking my mattresses, I figured
Wow.
you can here's some more.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm still really upset over the mattresses.
You're supposed to be though. He did
That
it.
was-
He did it to make them upset. So you're supposed to be upset.
So that would be my offering for him. You know?
What constitutes interesting? Like, is it something useful? Is it just something?
Just interesting. As
Whatever he
ambiguous as
wants,
that
whatever.
is. Yeah. Something.
He don't even know what he wants.
He's
doesn't.
ridiculous. He's the most
He
ridiculous
doesn't.
ever.
But we saw what Simon is going to give him some scotch, so it could be anything. Something that he may not have access to, something interesting. But I mean, that's not saying much. So that's why it's sort of like you set him up to fail, because what if you get something you think is interesting, but he doesn't think is interesting, and you still gonna kill somebody, and then you're not
That's ridiculous.
telling them.
I don't know.
It's I don't know.
Just
It's stupid.
from my perspective, I can
It
look at
is.
Negan and be like, okay, here, this is what I don't know.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's just not interesting enough. I'm gonna have to kill you. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's just not interesting enough for what I was hoping.
We could give him some books. We still have a lot of books in Deanna's house, but that may not be interesting to him. But I mean, we
Probably
have
don't
a
even
lot
know how
of
to read.
books. Exactly.
You know what? I like this episode so much just because Negan wasn't in it.
Oh, yes.
Who? Who
It
wasn't
was
in it?
perfect. Negan.
Negan wasn't in it.
Oh, you know, someone mentioned, I don't know, maybe you guys know, is the Bible episode a monetary thing? Like, do they save money if they don't put Rick in the episode and Negan in the episode? Is that why they do it like that, maybe?
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
They
I wanted to say before I forgot, I think that Simon was like hyped up on cocaine or something. Like he seemed like a total hype at Hilltop compared to how he was last time we saw him. I don't know. I feel like he sniffed a bunch of coke before he showed up there.
He was just imitating his boss, and that's what you're getting.
That's probably
He
what's
just
wrong
wanted
with
to be
all
like
of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, they did have the weed up in that satellite station. So
They sure
Which
did.
should make them a lot more chill. Like, they have none.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're probably on coke.
And that's the question. Do they reassign people to the post, or does everyone still stay where they stay at? Does Simon, being his right-hand man, does he live close to Negan, or does he go out to the post since he has to deal with the Hilltop now? Maybe they'll answer that in another episode.
I'm I don't even care. I just want him to die.
But we have to
Agreed.
know where he lives at to kill him, though. We have to know where he lives at to kill him. So, or
Well, did
maybe
Simon
bring him
go
out
to
to us.
But
the
at this
kingdom?
point,
Come to
they
us.
may have just got written. They may have got rid their other outposts. It may have
Just get them some poison it. God, why won't they just poison them? Go to the compound to poison them. I mean, the kingdom already kicked it off with those tainted pigs. Like, just finish the damn job.
Maybe that's what they'll have Olivia do. If Olivia assists with him again, maybe she can poison his lemonade.
Olivia is not doing anything. She is
I was
scared.
hoping, man. I was hoping.
She could barely
She's
stand up. after that.
terrified.
At least put those in there like Miss Sealy down.
I just got a color purple moment.
It works.
They should be like, yeah, we got a new barber that can give you a special shave, Negan.
Right. He
Sit
always
on the porch.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I can't believe you guys are going there.
They should invite them to dinner and just have like a red wedding.
Oh,
That'd be
okay.
amazing.
That would be oh my goodness.
I feel like Negan's
It'd
people
be too
aren't
much.
bright, and I feel like if you take Negan out, it would be a lot easier to take them out. I think they'll just follow anybody, and I think if you just take Negan
kill
out,
Negan, kill Simon, and then they'll be lost. They won't have any like. Look at how confused Jesus was. He's clearly the strongest person at the fucking hilltop, but he's not the leader because he's too afraid to take it. That's what the saviors are. They're too fucking scared to do anything. And you think Dwight's gonna see? I don't think so. You kill Negan, you kill Simon. They ain't got jack shit.
Right, and that's
I don't know. I feel like they would just run amok.
Yeah, I can't say that. You have a lot of aggressive alpha guys together. So if you take out the head, you probably would cause some confusion, but I mean, I don't think you'll disable them doing that.
They'd be.
You would call
someone else would just step up.
It would be. What will happen is it'll be chefs
in the road.
They would all jockey for position. Would take each other out doing so.
yeah.
What happened?
What was the guy that was out in the road that Dwight had to go and capture again? Who?
Gordon? What about him?
He told Dwight that they had the numbers. Like he was telling Dwight, you don't have to do this. I mean, I guess he was planting in his head, like, we don't really have to follow Negan. Like we don't have to kneel down to him anymore because we have the numbers.
But how many of them actually
right.
have
I'm sorry, Ash, what was that?
Go ahead, Joe.
I was just they're too a leader. And most of those people just don't have it. Like they've proven that. You can see it. Most people just aren't leader material. Without a real leader, they lose their fucking minds. And that guy was right with what he told. If you don't have a leader to organize and put things in motion, you have nothing. You have nothing without leadership.
What is that? It's like a horn. Or is it? Am I just hearing things? I mean,
No, I hear it too.
I heard it too.
It's scaring me every 5 minutes.
I think somebody left, and when they come back, you hear that.
I mean, because I have headphones on, and that's just worse. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
It happens every time.
I get like notifications on my phone. I don't know if that's what it was. I turned it off.
Probably.
Maybe.
Apologize.
Like a vibrating. Okay, got it.
Shame on you, Vicky.
Oh.
Well, Vicky, since you just hopped in a while ago, what do you think about the kiss?
I haven't really watched it much. It's only been about about last 20 hours or more. I don't know. I thought of nothing else. I just thought of nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what do you mean you haven't watched it much?
Wait, what?
I watch it constantly.
Yeah.
I've watched different angles. I've watched the slow down version. I've watched the removed music version. And
They removed the music?
somebody
Already.
It's not as good as the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, but no. Did they say? No. Okay.
but you can
I saw someone
Nothing else?
post that we
Did he
were
say anything under his breath. I could have swore that he said something to her, but that was just probably me just overlooking it. Just
for this is the last one.
for this one.
Okay. I know people said they didn't sing stuff in the last one. I could never make anything out.
Me neither.
Oh, he was definitely saying all kinds of stuff.
The whole do whatever. I could never make that out.
I like Andy was talking, not Rick, but it was funny.
I just want to know how he was able to leave the house. Like,
Right.
like
Unrealistic.
Aaron, I will be out in like an hour. Carl, take your sister out for a walk.
Carl's leaving anyway.
I just don't understand how he left. Like,
Yeah, it's like Michonne getting out of the bed in East. It's not realistic.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good point.
You make the time for things that are important to you,
Right.
and
That's true.
and you get on it.
I just think that
It doesn't have to be drawn out.
Yeah, just,
What?
get it done.
Something's better.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't believe it.
I feel like
still
I'm
waiting.
someone needs to fix that.
in love with this skew. I didn't really understand that.
understand what?
I feel like I'm like the only person that wasn't like super excited about him saying thank you.
You weren't? Oh my God! How could you not? I think that was off.
I'm just excited.
You got. Oh my God, Vicky, you need just watch it over again and replace "thank you" with "I love you" or
Okay, that can help.
or believing in me. I mean, it's just so many
Yeah.
things. I took that thank you for everything. I took it as, I mean, I got my hug in that moment.
Mhm.
I got my passionate kiss, my "you are the sun, moon, and stars" moment when they touched forehead together, and I feel like it was like
Okay.
it was just orgasmic. It was amazing.
It was.
After I read other people's posts, then I could kind of see it. I can understand it. But I was almost like general audience at that point. Like he just they kiss and he goes thank you and turns away. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
There's levels to this.
You just have to take in consideration where they're coming from. He's like, subjugated, and he feels, lowly. And even though she doesn't really agree with him, she takes the time to kiss him. So he's appreciating her, appreciating him, and he decided to voice it in that way. And he could have said other things, but he just said thank you and left. So I know he could have said something else, but it worked for me, no matter what he said.
You could also take it.
Referencing.
It could also mean after his response after her good luck. Because
No, I think
that too.
it's referencing something that happened the night before.
you see, we can. This is just too good because I don't
You
know.
could
I
have
just-
meaning just depending where your mind is at.
Yeah, my mind went to the moon after that kiss, so I just took it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I definitely think some.
You think what?
I definitely,
no, go ahead.
I think something definitely happened the night before that it's referencing something that took place prior to him saying goodbye, which is why he was all but we're not going to see every moment with them, which really sucks. I'd rather watch a whole show of that. But
If we're never
the
going to
prior
see it, then
conversation.
why even film it? Why, if we're never going to see it, then why film it? Why put it in there then? Because then it looks ambiguous.
It's like you're never going to see them take a dump, but they use the bathroom.
But that, thank you, that whole scene is very specific. If you're saying it's in reference to the night before, that scene makes it very specific where everybody's interpreting it just any old way. Vicky saw it one way, I saw it another. Everybody saw it in so many different ways, and that's one of my issues with the show, because they don't elaborate. Their writing, the dialogue doesn't elaborate. Just like, for example, when Michonne left and she was talking to Carl, she's like, what if I am wrong? I don't know. Come on, that is like a shitty ass dialogue. That just they do that a lot.
I did like what she said that though.
I did too.
Yeah,
because
Wait,
to me,
what?
It meant
Everybody-
to me, I appreciate Michonne saying that, because to me it means that she's not taking a hard stance on something. She's still open to possibility. She's still trying to see how it can work. And although she doesn't quite understand Rick's opinion,
but everybody
she's
is
not going to shoot him down. I got that, but she's not going to shoot him down and say, hey, your dad is dead wrong. She says, I don't know, and let me think about it. I mean, that's a reasonable.
But you know what? But she didn't say it. She said, I don't know. And as you can see, just like with Vicky in that scene, everybody interprets the scene differently. Some people interpret it that way, but I guess the point I'm making is that however we interpret it, we won't get clarification. I'm thinking we're going to get clarification when they go to that school carnival, because she refused to go. She didn't want to go. I mean, she said that I needed time to think. Maybe that's why she didn't go. But all of this is going to be resolved in that episode, because I think she's going to volunteer to go with him. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. Because right now she's like, he wants her to go. He wants her there.
7 episodes.
He does.
Now. Better not be resolving.
Well, we got episode 6.
That's a lot to think
No, we
about.
don't. Episode 6 does not exist.
Good call.
They're
Good
back
call.
together in episode 8, right?
Oh.
But even if he wants her to go, let me go back. Because he wants her to go, to me, I thought it was ambiguous for him to say they're going north. I mean, you're not telling them where you're going.
Yeah, right.
That's vague too. That's vague as hell. North of what?
We're going north to that windmill that we saw a couple months back. We're going north there.
North of what?
I didn't
Yeah,
go
here. Okay.
Okay. I was actually okay with it. I didn't.
To the tracker, so North could very well be good.
I mean, it may work out because she has the walkie-talkie and she knows what direction, but again, it was ambiguous. He could have, well, again, he may not know where he's going to. Maybe that's why he had to.
You don't know where he's going.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, as long as it's north of Alexandria, and I mean, you know what? I didn't really think too hard on that whole "we're going north." I just got the whole
95 north.
295. It's coming back to that kiss again, and okay. I guess, you know what? I guess maybe I do have to watch that episode and take that kiss as a yes. Focus on what's going on, but I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
I just
you can.
Okay, we're going north of Alexandria. That's as far north we're going, within range of this walkie-talkie, because he's gonna try and maintain contact with her and the group. So I don't think he's gonna go any further than what's allowed radio-wise.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me ask you guys, right? Let me ask you this. Do you think that Michonne is going to be the one responsible for the fact that Carl left the safe zone and he went traveling off, and Rick will eventually find out he's at the sanctuary because he's leaving her? They are. If you're going to stay, please stay and make sure that, my kids are around.
No, because he gave her the walkie-talkie with the option to come after him anyway. So he knew she was probably at some point, or that she wouldn't be there with Carl. And also, Carl has a history of running off no matter who his mother is, apparently.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You will not stay in the house. Anyhow.
I don't know, but if she's not able to answer, well, where's Carl, Michonne? I don't know where he is. What you mean you don't know where he is? Where was you?
He better
not.
He's in the
20.
house.
Like, she's not responsible for anything.
But then Enid didn't
he was
give
in
him a
the
clue
house.
either, so we're gonna have to see how that pans out. Hopefully, the fact that Jesus is with him will be, at least somebody knows where he's at. Somebody knows they can connect the dots.
Well, nobody knows where Jesus is at except for Sasha. Sasha at the Hilltop.
But assuming Carl is still at the Savior compound, Jesus can still make it back to say that's where he's at.
If he make it back, he going into, it's
they
hard,
signed contracts, so I'm assuming they making it back.
It's funny. It's funny the way the story is written, because Jesus is going into dangerous territory. Now, he would be a lot better off if he was on his own, but Carl pop up and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Now I got to
get
Carl
slow him
out of the
down.
situation.
Yeah, it can slow him down.
It's going to slow him down. So I'm like, Carl was smiling. He was laughing like a little kid, like the little kid that he is. And Jesus was looking like, oh, fuck. This is, I was responsible for me. I can get out of shit. Now I got somebody else that I got to be responsible for.
I don't think
it's going to become an babysitting. It's going to be adventures in babysitting with Jesus.
Maybe they can practice some kicks while they in the back of that truck while they waiting to get to the compound, because that dude is able to hit a person one time in the head and disable them. That's all you need, that one lick. And I don't think they have guns either. Does
why leave the back of that truck open? Did y'all hear that mess?
Stuff can slide out.
They're not hurt.
Did y'all hear that mess about Daryl and him doing this Morse code thing? I don't know if y'all talked about it earlier.
No.
And I saw it.
No, but there's no need to talk about that. We're not ready for that. It's not time.
But it sounded so ridiculous when I heard it.
It's not time.
No.
Let's have to talk about it. Bring it up.
I don't even believe that
the Morse code is going to be left until
it was so stupid.
Look, I saw it.
There's a Morse code table in their house.
I know,
so where Daryl lived, there was a huge table.
If it's going to be Morse code, if it was going to be Morse code, then why didn't they pull Daryl's hair out his face? So it is like, oh, dang, he must be doing more. No, his hair was hanging down over his face. I mean, that's just that.
I mean, but maybe not directly Morse code, but we have to remember that Daryl and Rick had special calls and shit, like Daryl and Meryl used to have. So I don't know.
I'll give you that, but we've never seen
specifically Morse code.
You know what? I believe that,
but it's not out of the realm of possibility that it could exist
with each other through Morse code. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but it is out of the realm of likelihood that it would be a connection as soon like that. But we already know that they supposedly set up Nest with Easter eggs, so yeah, it probably will be helpful to them in the future, but not Daryl. Not
This is how
not Daryl.
Is anybody here in the military? I mean, anybody here on work for armed forces? Do they still teach you Morse code when you're going to sheriff's school or something? How the hell do people know Morse code anymore?
It could be gone. Yeah.
There is a giant table for it in their house, though. I will say that.
No, I did see that. I saw that. But
that's because it's not for Daryl, it's for Eugene. Eugene will use it because he's the one trying to fix the radio. So
Aaron might know it. Aaron with his missionary shit or whatever it was he was doing, traveling overseas. Aaron might know something. I'm just saying somebody knows some kind of code, maybe not Morse code. The case that means Daryl thinks Maggie is dead. And he had no reaction to that whatsoever. So that was suspicious.
He didn't even have a reaction when Negan put that gun in his face, so he wasn't even there when he was there. He probably was just, twitching because maybe they, maybe they electrocuted him or something at the
one of your close. I don't know. I don't know that he's that emotionless that you could stand on the grave where allegedly Maggie is buried at, and just be like, "Well, I'm just gonna be standing here." I don't know that I buy that.
Though. He did that, and then when Negan pulled the gun on him, he did not flinch. So yeah, he was not there.
He knew Negan wasn't gonna shoot him. We knew Negan wasn't gonna shoot him.
The other thing I was going to say is, why didn't Rick, when they were pulling off, right, and Daryl was in the back, and I didn't see anybody else sitting with him in the back of the truck, why didn't Rick mouth to him or just say softly, Maggie's not dead? Something like this.
So you didn't see the call that we didn't see.
I'm sorry?
Cowboy boot, and we didn't notice it.
I was wondering why they let him be at the end of that opening like that. Why he wouldn't have the saviors?
It would have given Daryl just that little bit of hope. Maggie not dead. It's like, oh God, because right now he's looking for some kind of relief of all this drama because he's going through the worst of it. And for him to know that Maggie not dead would be, that would give him a little bit more strength. Maggie's not dead because of it.
But if he's not there, it wouldn't matter.
Well, it would matter because he knows that he's already carrying Glenn's death, and if he's carrying Maggie's death, then it makes it
worse.
Yeah. If he's carrying it, I don't think that he is. I think he knows the truth.
You think he knows the truth?
I don't think he believed it.
I don't know if he believed it or not. I just don't think he was, paying attention. I think he was, in himself at that moment.
Well, Negan made sure to point out to him that Maggie's death probably came about because of what Daryl did and got Glenn killed. He made it sure to point that out to him. So so whether he believes it or not is in the air, but he knows that Negan is trying to use that against him. It just seemed like there was something that Rick could have said. I'm working on it, it said, hold on, something. He just watched him drive away, and it was just like, this is the first time.
That's not fair. Rick did his part. Rick brought in a bargaining chip with Michonne's gun to get Daryl's freedom. He had the opportunity to speak up for himself, and he didn't. So Rick, he had by turning that over. He didn't have to turn over the gun, but he did it so that as a play to get Daryl back. Now, I don't put that on Rick.
But I think that Negan knows about Michonne and Rick. I think.
I don't. I don't
buy that at all.
I mean, I think he could have suspicions, but I don't think he have confirmation.
Maybe not confirmation. Not confirmation.
Rosita and Maggie when he came to Alexandria, he wasn't worried about the other ladies.
All I know is that when Rick asked, "Give me a second," Negan turned around, and that's when we saw Michonne slide away, out of vision.
Yeah, but
he didn't make any.
Wanted him to beg.
Yeah,
he just knows that that's
there
one
was
of
no
Rick's.
inkling that he knew anything about Rick and Michonne, though. Just that he saw Michonne.
He doesn't know anything.
He knows.
I don't think so. I think he's just
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it, but if I base it just on his little sly comment, his sly comment was just basically, I like a lady that feeds me and don't want me to put out. So that don't mean that he thinks they're
Negan was just being sleazy, okay?
I don't count that, but I think he saw. I think he saw Michonne, and then he turned back around and smiled, and he was like, "No."
He wanted to deny Rick.
Consider this. What's the parting words that Negan says to Rick? He says, "I just slid my dick down your throat and you thanked me." Do you really think if he believed that Rick was with Michonne that he would have been like really specific about fucking his woman? I do not buy that whatsoever. He does not know they are together. If he did, he'd be like, "I will put my dick down your woman's throat too," or something alluding to the fact that him fucking Rick's woman, not just a woman.
Well, think about it like this. He knows that if he knows, and I'm not even saying that he knows, I'm saying that he saw Michonne there, and he knows that Rick went through the trouble of begging him, give me a second, let me fix this. And when Rick comes out, he comes
his
out
people.
No, again, Negan was being Negan. He just wanted Rick to just be in line. Know your place, continue to know your place, find me interesting things, and we'll be good. There was nothing in that moment that said, oh, that's your woman? Okay, I'm gonna mind game you. It's just, no.
But being that we know Negan, if he did suspect it, he would have dropped the hint, and he didn't. So that's why I'm not.
No, if Negan had known that Michonne was with Rick, he would have said something much more.
Well, think
sinister.
about it think about it like this. Remember how he was saying Negan is specific. He's crafty in the fact that, all right, I'm gonna kill 2 of your people. I'm not, I said I'm gonna threaten to kill your kid because Negan. That's why I was saying that the thing about the power vacuum. You don't know who you'll get. Negan is within some kind of confined rules of his own. If I was to kill, if I kill Carl, then all hell really gonna break loose, and I'm not gonna be able to fix all of this. So he's doing it within the confine. He's doing something very specific to Rick as far as with torture is concerned. So that's why I'm like, he doesn't.
It just, I'm sorry, it just amazes me that of the 4 women in the lineup, and he does think that Rosita and Abraham were together because he makes that comment there. Yeah. Lewd references to Rosita. He doesn't bring up Sasha. He does not mention Michonne. He brings up Maggie, who was sick and all kinds of stuff. That to me suggests that he's not thinking about those other women who happen to be minorities in that capacity. So no, I don't think he thinks Rick is dating the blackest black woman at Alexandria. I don't think that at all.
No,
I don't think that either.
I'm saying that he knows that this person is, part of the group. He saw her and he's like, now it's like, no, it's like, all right, yeah, she a part of the group, but you sure did beg me to give you a second for her, didn't you? What was that about?
To get the gun. Like, he was so happy to get the gun. He didn't even care about why he went in there. Like, it's about having control over Rick, and the fact that he came back with the gun and offered it to him. Why he needed a second.
So I don't think he's connecting those dots yet.
I hear you, Lainey. I wanna believe that moment, but I can't. There's like
at some point in the season, it's going to come about.
That I believe.
Sure, absolutely.
That I believe.
It didn't click for him there.
And that's another reason I definitely don't think it's come up yet, is because it's the point later in the story. So
yeah,
I really don't think that's what they're trying to say.
Yeah,
I think once it's for sure that he does know, it's going to be made real obvious.
Yeah,
and he's going to exploit that to the fullest.
Was it made real obvious in the comic? I forget.
Yes,
it was.
Yeah, but it wasn't until they were already in position to fight against Negan that you had that be addressed.
What are you talking about? The tower scene?
No,
are we talking about that?
No, I'm talking about the scene where they actually approached the sanctuary and were trying to get in, and somebody took over and got close to Negan but didn't get a chance to kill him, and they held that person hostage. He thought that person was Rick's love.
I was talking about Holly. That's Holly. No, that's Holly. I'm not talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, he found out that wasn't his person. That's who he thought his person was. He thought that was the person, or maybe he confused her with Andrea. I don't know, but that's what he thought, and that's why
I think he said it's a blonde chick.
Yeah, and when she's thrown out of the tower, he knows for sure, or when he thinks she's thrown out of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm hoping doesn't mean that something's going to happen to Sasha.
Yeah, I was worried about her. I'm worried about her.
Sasha is ready to die. She is ready to die.
Ugh.
She is like, I'm going to kill him.
No.
Yeah,
Her
but that
and
doesn't necessarily mean that she's ready to die.
no,
She's ready to kick some
That's
ass.
like the opposite.
She has a
No.
mission. She has a mission. and a
Sasha
purpose.
is ready to die. She's ready to go through
Oh,
a
no.
lot of means to kill Negan.
No,
But I think
she's
what Lady means is she's ready to do what it takes.
No, it's
Her primary mission is Maggie. That's like her
Yeah, I think
sister now.
Rosita might be ready to die, but
I don't know, because Sasha was chopping up that knife and she had the cigar in her mouth. She was like, she was serious. She was chopping it up that knife like it was a carrot and she was making a salad or something. She was going to work on that knife and had the cigar in her mouth. She probably don't even smoke. Got the cigar in her mouth. Boy, like I'm going to kill this motherfucker right here. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Sasha, because Sasha is pissed. Remember,
I want Sasha and Rosita to get them at the same time. That would be awesome. They could
Yeah.
let both of them get in there. Yeah.
No,
Do you guys think it's going to be something weird with Sasha and Rosita because Jesus gave Sasha that necklace that Rosita made?
I don't think so. I don't think
Oh.
so.
Like, I'm wondering if there's going to be like that.
I
don't want there to be.
Made a mess.
I mean, they may have a moment, but I don't think they're gonna. Well, they could.
Was it clearly
They do
shown to
anything.
be the necklace?
Yeah,
It was.
It was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because when they were at Hilltop, it
No.
came off of Abe and fell on the dirt. I didn't think he went
Yeah.
back and got it.
No,
No, he
Jesus
didn't care.
found it.
Jesus. Okay, I thought he found it on Abe.
no.
No,
and remember,
no, that's when he realized.
and remember in the
That's when he
comic,
realized he wanted.
in the comic, Holly and Rosita come together at Abe's grave.
Yeah.
You know, and they
With
make
this-
amends. They make amends. So.
Amends when she said, "I'm gonna take Abe's." Like she asked her, "I'm gonna take."
Yeah.
It was more of a question than
Yeah.
I'm gonna take his body. But does anyone know if Abe took off his wedding ring when he was with Sasha? Does anyone have the answer for that?
He always wore
I don't-
gloves, so I don't know who would know.
Yeah.
He had it with Rosita. Took it off
He
with Sasha.
had his
That's
wedding
all.
ring on all that time while he was screwing Rosita at the bookstore.
That should
Yeah,
tell you
no, he
something
did.
right there.
When she bandages his hand, still wearing that ring. She
Oh.
should have known then. But
Poor Rosita. Poor Rosita.
She has Spencer.
Oh my God.
No.
That's even
No,
worse.
Spencer.
Rosita has a purpose. That's the main thing.
This bitch
Rosita ain't
ass.
worried about no man.
She's ready. She's ready.
The only man she worried about is Negan.
Good
Oh
luck.
I
my
think
God.
it's a little different with Holly and Rosita because I don't think they were friends at all, and Sasha and
Exactly.
Rosita had a
Exactly.
relationship.
They did come together at Abe's grave.
They
And
did.
They did. But then sometimes they protect their characters, and Sasha isn't in the comic, so I'm hoping that allows her to be alive past this fight, but it could be that she's the one that's the lamb. I don't know. They keep saying it's out of Sasha, Rosita, and Tara, but
Take Tara.
Yeah, Tara's ready to die. I am ready for Tara to die.
Don't start. I'm just saying. And
No, if you have to choose, man. If you have to choose, I don't care. I don't. People will come after me.
You don't want to
and
be
like,
PC about it. You don't
Tara,
want to be PC. No
Get
PC.
rid of Tara. I keep telling people. I keep
Yeah.
every single chat. As a matter of fact, ladies, the last chat I said, where is Lady?
Tara. Oh my God. Why is she still here?
She gets a bottle.
She's gonna bring us some people. The same thing. Same thing.
This is the difference between this show and something like Game of Thrones, right? They carried Tara for what she came in season 4. They carried Tara, didn't give her really anything all that interesting other than the fact that the group embraced her after she confessed that she didn't know the governor she was following and she feel bad about it. Outside of that, it was just, she's just there for fodder over a couple of seasons so that people will feel bad when she died. That's all she's there for. She doesn't put anything else into the story. Nothing. She's
Not
just
yet.
there. She's
I
just
think
there.
she's gonna contribute. I think she's gonna have to contribute.
Bringing people.
I'm just saying she's gonna have to contribute because we don't know if Heath is gonna make it. And the trailer they showed, she was trying to convince Heath to, we need to find something. So I don't know.
Here's the thing. How about this? Remember the death of Carol in the comic? I don't want to give it away, but
okay.
Y'all who read the comic.
Yeah,
What if Tara finds out about Denise
and
Glenn, Abraham, which she had a relationship with all three, and not just passing by? Like, she didn't have a relationship with Michonne. She had a relationship with these three people. And she finds out they died. And what does she do? She sacrifices herself for the greater good to some zombies so that people can get away. That would be her mindset. That could be her mindset. Because she's coming back to the safe zone, and three people that she was close with are dead.
That's true.
Those are her last connections, true connections anyway, to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Denise is gone. Yeah.
Because in the comic,
that's why
in the comic, that death of Carol that's an iconic death. That's a big one. Because it's like, that was a big one.
Let's not talk about that.
I thought it was dumb.
It was dumb, but it was
You guys
memorable.
didn't like it? I love it.
I mean, it's.
I didn't like Carol.
It was.
Differentiate the two, Ashley.
Severe depression is what it is.
Well, she's basically like, maybe the Walker will love me.
Right.
The Walker wants to make out with me.
No. Well, I knew something bad was going to happen when she said that. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. You got rejected.
You're my friend.
Carol just found herself some new D. She ain't going nowhere.
No, not that Carol.
True.
Don't say
Carol.
Don't say that. I don't want to hear that Tara's not going to die. I've been waiting ever since she that she is going to die.
I'm not saying.
Every time people say, "Oh no, it's going to be Tara," it's never Tara. And it's like, why do y'all keep doing this?
But I'm not saying she's not going to die. I'm saying let her do something useful before she dies. If she's going to bring some people or guns, which we don't have, let her do her 2 bottles or whatever she has to do, and then yeah.
No, not
Tara
two.
do her
Not two.
I'm spreading it out. I'm spreading it out.
Never.
Oh,
you know
what? You know what? Maybe it's just one, because isn't Rosita in next week's episode? So maybe it's just one.
She's probably and let her in the gates. I don't believe that.
Okay, so yeah, just one then. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Rosita's gonna die. I think they're gonna save Rosita for that Whisperer thing. I think they're gonna hold on to her for that.
Oh my God, the whispers.
I know, right? Right? Oh my God. And I tell you what, personally, for me, it's okay, but I'm kind of anxious for the Whisperers. I want to see that shit.
Hey, you know what? You know what I just thought about? And I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the show a little bit to the comics because I don't know how far you guys have read, but you guys know the whole situation between Alpha and Negan, right? In the comics?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So you guys know what happened to Alpha, right?
Yeah. I know.
So does that mean that they're gonna? Oh my God! Does that mean on the show that they're gonna keep Negan alive?
Yes, that's what we're saying. Yes.
Yeah, you know that has been my pet peeve.
That's what Kay said. How can he say you're gonna kill him if he's still living?
They're not.
Yes.
Well, have any of you guys ever seen Angel? The show Angel?
No, I hadn't seen.
So what I think Negan is very much like an Angela type of character. Negan, they're not going to kill him. They're going to put him in Morgan's cell, and then they're going to have something really awful and funny. Like he'll be like comedy relief in the jail cell. They're not going to kill him anytime soon.
But that's the thing is that if you're going according, they're trying to do everything based on real life decisions. How do you not kill Negan? How do you not kill him? The comic book is one thing. The comic book is an entirely different medium. How do you not kill this person here because you're worried if he gets free, he's going to decimate you and other communities? And number two, he's taking up fucking resources.
Right.
That's true. Him and cut him.
Why didn't Rick kill him in the comic though?
Logistically, if their goal is to control the saviors, keeping him alive as their prisoner is a good way to go about that.
That's not what they do in the comic. They don't do that in the comic.
I'm not talking about the comic. I'm not talking about the comic. I'm proposing on what they might do with the show. I mean, they built that cell for a reason. They built. I mean, that they didn't build it.
Oh, you mean like with Daryl? The way they kept Daryl, the way they're keeping Daryl now, they could do the same thing with Negan. I hope they don't do that shit. Oh my God. Would they do that? They probably would.
I think they would because they're very happy that they were able to convince him to do the role. I think they want to keep him around as long as possible.
That would be
just like comments I've seen on social media. People are not as in love with Negan as I think they expected people to be.
You know why? Because they shoved him down our throats.
Yep. And we did not thank him for it.
Good
point. Good point. Good point. Maybe if the F-bombs were there or something, but that's just the way he talks and he doesn't shut the fuck up.
No. It's all that leaning back. That thing that Negan does when he's leaning back. Oh.
He's gonna break his back. He's gonna fall over.
I actually had high expectations for Jeffrey.
He's like a caricature now.
I think Jeffrey is fine, but it's just too much.
Okay, the problem that I had at first, I was very excited because I've compared when I found out that Jeffrey was doing the role. I was really excited because I've seen it in past roles, and he hasn't ever been typecast, so he plays all these different characters. I compared comic Negan to the comedian.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
In that movie that he did in The Watchmen, because it worked out really well because you were sympathetic to the comedian as you were with comic Negan. So I was expecting that persona to come out, the comedian. For Jeffrey Dean in the Walking Dead show, but it didn't happen and it fell short, and I'm like, oh God, it's not working.
It's too much. It's too much with the way the show is, that he's doing all this kind of satire and everything, and it's like, come on, it's like you're being really cruel, almost to the point of a joke. And it's almost like as if he's not taking it seriously. What you are doing here is really serious. What you are doing here is going to cause people to hate you dramatically. You're going around ironing people's faces off.
We're supposed to hate them, though.
You got serious enemies. I don't know. I think he just overdoes it.
I think he's fine. I just think it's too much, and they need to pull
it
back.
The character is an oppressive person. If you put any of those sort of backstory elements into it and try to find sympathy with it, that sort of distracts from the passion that everyone should have toward taking him down. He needs to. I mean, I wish they would tone it down, but in a way, it's good that they don't, because that's the fire that's making everybody say we got to do something, because this guy is ridiculous.
But we don't hate him. He's just annoying. That's the problem.
I used to be so excited for this whole storyline, but now it's kind of like, okay, here he comes again.
I was never excited for him.
Yeah. Here he is again.
I'm annoyed. Shut up. Shut up. If he says Jesus again, I'm gonna scream. Oh my God. They need to have him in one episode per half season if they're gonna keep him around for 3 years.
No, he's in there. He's in
there.
I
know he is. I mean, they need to keep him at a minimum if he's gonna stay around for this long.
How are they paying for this? Emmy? What's going on with their
Their monies.
lawsuit?
Their monies. Oh, they
I
said
don't
the
know.
lawsuit wouldn't be resolved for 2 or 3 more years. So I don't know.
Jesus, are you? Oh,
It's
you know
still
what?
in litigations, but as far as I know, they are almost to the doors of the courthouse.
It's gonna get worse.
GMA said
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, so that's what I'm basing it on. I don't know, but I think someone said
no,
something
you
about.
have to think that this lawsuit has been going on since the middle of season 2, because the minute he got the pink slip, he sued them.
I know, but
And-
that's what they say. I mean, that's what I've heard many times before. Depending on the severity of what you're accusing people of, and how much money involved, you can have lawyers that can push stuff back, for a long time. And when GMA said 2 or 3 years, that would put it at, I think, 2018 when it would be resolved. So I don't know if it has any effect on what they do now. But someone else said they have to pay for the CGI. So
money of this you don't listen. AMC has yet to release the numbers as far as The Walking Dead. They'll give you a half-ass amount. They'll just tell you, oh, we spend a lot on CGI with the tiger, but they don't give you a definite amount because of litigation. It's they're close. They're almost to the doors of the courthouse. I'm gonna say that I honestly believe that Frank is gonna win. I'm sorry. They screwed the guy.
What do you guys think about the time frame for this whole Negan dominance thing? Because in the comic, I can't remember, but it's not just like a period of 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
This takes there's got to be a time jump in order for them to get to this all-out war thing. So how long a period do you think they have to go through this kind of rule with Negan over their back? It can't
3 months tops.
3?
I have no idea.
Really?
Because they could
I'm gonna say
pace
3
it how
months,
they want to pace it. I don't know without seeing how the actual episodes play out.
3 months don't sound feasible.
You're talking about communities here that you need communities behind you. The Hilltop, you got Gregory, who's very douchey.
Communities behind you, but it's not going to happen in the fact of 90 days. That don't sound reasonable because you have to have Eugene is going to make bullets. It takes a couple days back and forth to send messages. They don't got no
that's why it says 3 months. I mean, you have to get everybody in sync with each other
and get an inside meeting.
Use everybody up to do the shit.
I don't think, according to the spoilers, don't everybody meet up around episode 10, 11, or 12? One of those. I forgot what it was now, but if they all meet up, at least that would be a point where everybody hopefully gets on the same page.
But then that's what I'm saying. How long has it been when everybody gets on the same page?
And then they can start building it up.
Because even in the sneak peek, and that's another time stamp that they're doing there. In the sneak peek, he does mention we've been out here 2 weeks, so they're jumping ahead 2 weeks.
No, they've been out 2 weeks since episode.
Since they're at the outpost, yeah.
But the outpost thing happened on the heels of East.
The lineup, yeah.
No, the outpost was episode 12, right? So that's when they left. It's been 2 weeks since then only.
What, since the outpost?
Uh-huh.
When the outpost happened, we didn't see that. What we only saw Tara and Heath leave. It made it seem like it would happen. That must happen within a couple of days. With the
whatever happened, whenever Tara comes back, is going to be after the last time we saw Rosita and them, probably at Alexandria.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that in the sneak peek, he does mention that it's been 2 weeks going on further. So we're jumping ahead already, right?
No, it's been 2 weeks since they left, is what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Glenn had mentioned they were on their 2 week.
Oh, okay. 2 weeks since they left.
Yeah.
But when we were in the safe zone, it wasn't 2 weeks, right?
It might be leading up to.
Yeah, so probably getting there.
Because he was going to be gone for 2 days on that trip. I don't know. They fool with time so much here, and that's another thing that annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I said, can't you just tell a linear story? Jesus.
Then people would figure out they're shitty writers.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, people figure that out anyway. But.
That's true.
Do any of you guys know who wrote last night's episode?
Channing Powell.
Channing Powell.
Okay.
And it was directed by a woman of color.
Yeah,
Right.
she did. She did Cadillac
Shut
Records, and
up.
I Like It Like That.
Who?
Darnell
Darnell Martin.
What other work has she done?
I Like It Like That and Cadillac Records.
I like it
I like it like that.
She did I Like It Like That?
With what's her face, Perez.
She did
Yeah.
I Like It Like That? Oh, I love that movie.
Do you guys
She
know
does
that
indie
the
movies
two
too.
Latin singers in that movie was a part of a group that I had like I don't want to say I met them, but I wanted to meet them, but it didn't pan
Tito
out.
Puente? You talking about Tito Puente?
No, I'm talking about the Barrio Boys.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
too, yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, I like that movie. We should do that movie.
But I know that the one who starred in that movie is in How to Get Away with Murder now, as the dean of the school.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys haven't, if you guys got some downtime, I Like It Like That. It's really cool.
I liked it.
It was really cute.
What do you guys think? How do you guys think they're gonna be able to handle Sasha, Maggie, Jesus, and Georgie? How are they all gonna be able to work together?
I say kill Georgie, and
Georgie needs to die. But I don't think they're gonna do that right off the bat, because he is still the face of Hilltop. He's the one that set up the bargain, and he's the one that's made contact with Simon. So, but since he didn't completely rat him out, I wonder how long they can work with him. Like, he sort of alluded to it, but he didn't. And so now they're sort of all together, like he said, a dysfunctional family. But how long before they try to give up Maggie, and how do they keep him without killing him from giving up Maggie?
Well, I think they're all combined. Well, all of them are smarter than him alone, but combined, it's just like unreal. So the fact that Sasha has this going to like scope out the saviors is huge, and I think that Gregory is
I'm gonna tell you what.
his head with them.
Just from the comic book, I'm gonna tell you what. Gregory is gonna be around for a minute. He's gonna be around. That is a part
And
of
that's
Maggie.
my point. That's my point. How do you not kill him, but you neutralize him where he can still be the face, but he doesn't rat out Maggie? How do you do that?
You're a fluffer.
castrate him and cut his tongue out.
Okay.
Well, you have Maggie on bed rest for the next 6 or 7 months, and let him be allowed to be in charge during that time. But that Gregory Maggie thing, if they're going to do the comic book thing, they're going to do that.
She has to have the baby first. Yeah.
Well, why is Maggie supposed to be dead? Like, that was such a dumb idea. What's going to happen when Negan finds out she's not dead?
Well, how often do is Simon the only one that goes to Hilltop, or does he go to the Kingdom too? I don't remember.
Well, Simon
goes to
the Kingdom.
The reason why they did that is because at the time,
Hilltop.
At the time,
years are dead. So now it's Simon's like post now.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, that guy that was fooling with Enid in the episode about the green balloons, and then Enid's stupid ass put the green balloons on Glenn's grave. All it takes is, oh, so-and-so called out sick. Come with me. I got to go to Hilltop. And he go, and he's, doing their thing, and he see the green balloon. The green balloons is very specific. He gonna see that shit. It's like, why the hell green balloons? You don't see green balloons nowhere. Now all of a sudden he's
I didn't think about that. I really didn't. I mean, because I know that they're pretty much assigned to these communities. These
so called out sick. I need you to fill in for him.
But that would mean Maggie would need to stay at Hilltop. She doesn't even know she's dead. Like, this is such a dumb plan.
Carl probably should have said something before he got in the truck.
You know what?
I told Enid to tell her.
I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait and see.
I mean, guess that's all we can do.
Us many times before, but I'm gonna see
maybe
really
Rick can stop by the Hilltop on his way back. And
now here's the other
on her or something.
Here's the other thing. Now
why couldn't they just say she left?
This is the other thing. They always have these situations like Enid comes there and she was there with Carl, but Carl didn't come with her. And Enid's there, she hugged Maggie at the cemetery and they eating. At no time, Enid did not say, hey, Carl came with me and I think he's in the back of the truck of the savior, with the saviors. She didn't mention none of that.
They said, did you come by yourself?
Yeah.
He was like,
She just lied.
Like, no, come on.
But that's the whole point of having Jesus with them, that we do have someone that can connect the dots. It's not like he just went out by himself. I think in the comic, he just did something random by himself. At least we have somebody that can connect him to what happened.
They don't communicate very well. And if Enid really cares about Carl, she should have mentioned that. She should have said something.
Yeah, that's a good
because she
point.
knows that he's being really reckless right now.
Mm-hmm.
She should say something like that, and that should have been mentioned in the episode. And we probably will never get it. And
maybe she already said goodbye when she kissed him though, so she was like okay with whatever happened.
Oh yeah, she did say you'll never see me again, and that's fucked up about her too. It's like, dang, you just already resigned him to being dead. I ain't gonna tell nobody he's on his way to save you. You're not the sanctuary. I ain't gonna say no.
Cold-blooded. She knows how the world works now.
Yeah, it's cold-blooded. Yes, exactly.
She watched both her parents die. She's all right.
And she ate a turtle.
She ate a turtle without cooking it.
Right. That's
okay. She kissed him. She does care, right? Or she just I just wanted to know what it felt like to kiss somebody. You can go. You can die.
Enid is still a spy in my books.
She's what?
Okay,
she's still a spy in my books.
Oh no. So it's a good thing Maggie fed her instead of the other way around, because maybe Enid can poison him. Maybe Enid can poison Negan then. We just have to get her to him.
No, they need to do a Attila the Hun thing. And somebody go ahead and sacrifice themselves to be one of Negan's wives and just jab him in the throat. It's like boom.
Well, he wants Maggie. He wants Maggie.
Remember when Carol told Andrea, he's like, listen,
sleep with him.
Sleeping when I'm just jabbing him in the throat. You be done with it. And it would have been so easy. She could have jabbed him in the throat, gathered up the people of Woodbury and be like, listen, he dead. We're going to combine our It could have been so easy, but they had to go ahead and do it the other way.
Yeah, that's on them then, because
She
Rick
just
and them
didn't want anybody else to die.
I know, right? That stupid shit. I would be mad if I was that actress. I would be pissed off. Like, you give me this shit to write? Damn, what did I do wrong?
Well, that won't happen since they're hiding her right now. But if they did know and they were thinking like that, then she could go in and be his wife and try to get.
Well, no, I'm not even saying Maggie. I'm saying for as thirsty as Rosita and Sasha are, they would be.
He didn't ask about them though. He didn't ask about them. He only asked about Maggie.
But he asked about Maggie, but I get the feeling that Negan's a jackass and he take any woman that's available. Oh, you willingly want to be my wife? And go ahead and grab her. But I'm just saying that's one way to get it done.
Quickly.
But you still have the power vacuum. You know, you would still have that. So it's not, because in the comics, it's specific to how Negan goes down and who takes over the saviors. It's specific. It's not just anybody, which is why it's almost interesting with Simon, because Simon isn't in the comic book.
Yeah.
And that is somebody that you have to deal, you know, contend with, as far as with, if you kill Negan, well, who's going to take over? Simon sound like just as much of an asshole, or wannabe asshole as Negan. You know, so there's something specific there as far as with why you don't want to kill the devil that you already know, because you don't know what devil you're going to replace him with.
That's the point, but we just want them dead. We don't. Sometimes you don't care about the consequences of your actions, but right now they're protecting them, so we probably won't
see
get
where that
much.
got us.
So,
Hey guys, I am sorry, but I need to get going.
Alrighty,
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
guys, enjoy Tara's episode next week.
Stop. No.
You guys have a happy Thanksgiving if you
Just
celebrate.
shut up.
We're gonna look for purpose. That's the goal. Purpose.
Just shut up. I just cross my fingers that she's going to die.
Be thankful.
She won't, but I want it to happen.
All right, you guys have a good holiday.
All right, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Bye,
Happy
guys.
Thanksgiving.
Take
Bye
care.
guys.